Hello, my friends. I am at HHN in Hollywood, and we're about to head into the Weekend After Hours Nightmare. We started waiting here at 5:15. It's now 6 o'clock, and it's opening, and we're headed right in. The awesome thing is that you can record in the mazes here, or the houses, whatever they call them, and I invite you to come along. Let's do this. Looks like we had to deal with a little more indoor queue, but holy smokes, at 6 p.m., the line is super duper long already at about a 60-minute wait. Goodness, so getting into that, what? At first I thought they were going to pulse us, but no, it is very much just like the Orlando conga line. I did come to a stop a couple times, but it was very similar in terms of like theming and scares to the one in Orlando that I've already experienced. So this is going to be my basis of comparison for anything that kind of crosses over. I'm very excited for other stuff like La Llorona, the Hollywood Horror Hotel, and returning back to Killer Clowns. That's going to be amazing. But all right, so I'm trying to figure out differences. There aren't too many, except for like order and stuff like that. I really like the one thing at the end with the final weekend character with the tongue out, where everybody like kind of goes around him and he's like up on a platform, so everybody is like chanting and cheering to get him going, and then a scare comes all of a sudden and everybody kind of leaves the room quickly. Yeah, got her pretty good. Impressions, Miss Jamie, who is here with me on this crazy adventure.
Yes.
Your first time here?
In a long time, yeah. So it's basically my first time. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm excited to see the rest.
I saw that they got you pretty good a couple times, especially. Well, I don't remember there being two scare actors doing stuff with like the carpet wall that matched it, but they got you really good. There was one that like the arms came out. I saw that one.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough, or it looked pretty rough.
It was great. It was great.
So I was estimating the weekend at an hour. No, right off the bat, it's already at 3 hours. Over here on the other side of the Transformers entrance is Killer Clowns, and it's at a 70-minute wait already. Holy smokes. This is lethal here. So it looks like Universal Monsters Legends Collide here is only a 35-minute wait. You guys know that I love this over at Orlando. That version I did about 4 or 5 times. It is so crazy being here, just queued underneath the Jurassic World ride. I've been hearing the boats go by little, but because I'm only really here for Horror Nights, I don't want to risk getting wet at all. Lucky Monsters here, they got a proper facade here, and Alucard, or trading company, otherwise known as Dracula spelled backwards, actually I think might be an homage to the movies where he was kind of like a shipping magnate or something like that, and was able to ship himself to London, and that's how a lot of this stuff started off here in the story. But we'll talk about that a little bit more after we've gone through the house. Here's a better look at the facade, and they do have some sort of backstory going here. I'm just so excited to get in there. really awesome. There was some aggression. I think that overall it was paced way differently than the one in Orlando, and this one very much takes place way in London. You've arrived in London. Dracula and the Mummy, everybody has arrived, and the Mummy, or not the Mummy, the werewolf or Wolfman, he takes way more of a presence, and I love seeing there was a scare involving him transforming, which was chef's kiss, and there was a bigger Anubis role in this one. And as like a whole, I would say that there was a couple spots where it was just kind of black walls and one black tunnel that really threw me off guard. Music in general was really good, but the whole thing was kind of tighter hallways than over at Orlando, so I was surprised to see that they didn't utilize it as much. There was some areas that had like storage equipment and boxes in that, and you could see that the Mummy and Dracula had arrived, which was really cool, and they utilized that. But then there were other spaces that I thought were used kind of oddly, so I was like surprised that they call this, you know, a versus between the three when it wasn't like very clear, at least cue-wise, or like QCUE, like audio cue, anything, or the room that you were in becoming more expansive, that, you know, you're seeing the winner of that night. And in addition to that, there was a triple scare after already having seen the winner, which kind of threw me off. And then the Anubis scare was right at the end. So I think just like the order of things kind of threw me off in terms of like the pace and the story. But overall, it was probably just like a hair or two less aggressive than the house over at Orlando. I still really enjoyed it, and I hope to do it at least one more time.
To get out.
What happened?
I hated the black hallway. It just like threw me off. I was just like trying to get through it as fast as I could, but I don't want to be like hugging the person in front of me. The rest was good, just not that hallway.
One thing that kind of surprised me though is that I was like cheering and giving thumbs up and doing what I normally did in Orlando to the scare actors, and I was told to not interact with the scare actors at all. I was really confused by that and don't know what the rules are here then, because I like to give some sort of feedback, like even if I didn't like get scared in the sense of screaming or something, like I might do a nervous laugh and be like, haha, that was awesome. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to give them something, because just, you know, screams or whatever don't do, like, that's not natural to me. But anyway, totally caught me off guard to have somebody come up behind me and tell me to stop doing that. So I want to know what you guys think of that whole arrangement, because then what do you do when you're here? Just one thing I'm noticing is that there's no merge before going into the houses. It just happens right here as you're getting in. I thought it's interesting. Clowns does empty out at the same exit as The Weeknd, and here is a quick look at The Weeknd's queue, which, holy smokes, I had to change that up real quick, but wow. So this is definitely like 100-minute wait, maybe a 2-hour minute wait. 2-hour minute wait, yeah, I said that. Whoops. Next up, just up the stairs here, next to where the Jurassic World sign is for that water ride, the Jurassic World ride, is the Weeknd After Hours Nightmare Bar. And yeah, it looks really awesome. I think it's a couple of pre-mixed drinks with some snacks and stuff. I'm surprised to see they don't have what kind of liquor is on there, but they do have that on their blog or their website or whatever. I love the toppings though, especially the After Hours Nightmare one has that like little syringe on top. It's pretty great. Anyway, the lines are not even that long from what I've heard, because sometimes that staircase I showed you before, that is the line just to get in. And whew, it can get really packed. Right now it's still kind of light. Definitely not the best crowd control here, but those lights that are above the bar are pretty cool. And then I noticed that there's like little pieces of paper or signage that are near the bar, like just not on any sign before this huge line. And speaking of, it's gotten even bigger. So yeah, that's fun. So next to the bar, there is a lovely little photo op, and if you order food, there's a guy right there hollering out the names that you give to him. I ended up getting the Out of Time, which is rum and a whole bunch of other stuff with a little gummy froggy on top. It's very strong, so I warned you, you will not need many of these for a successful HHN evening. And being brought over for the very first time from the other coast are the pizza fries, which Jamie has never tried, so I'm excited for her to try them. And then last but not least, we have the blinding lights, which, wow, that is super glowy. Are you ready for that, Jamie?
I don't think I am. It's vodka and citrus, and I don't really drink vodka, so we'll see how it goes.
So while Jamie is digging in there, I had some already myself. I will note the portion size is a little bit more than what they serve to you at Orlando. It was $11.99 though, and I have no idea if that's what is the deal with it, but you have to get it with the pepperoni. There was no other variety, and I'm not a big fan of the little weird, like, I don't know, these pepperonis that kind of cup all strangely. But anyway, you've had a couple. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, they taste like pizza, and it tastes like fries. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. It's I feel like it needs something spicy.
See, it needs some type of seasoning, though, I think.
It's like a bland pizza.
Exactly.
Not bad.
All right, so I don't know how much I'm getting picked up versus the music, but I forgot to talk about Killer Clowns. Speaking of my review of the pizza fries, they need to season the sauce a little bit better and get better cheese. The whole thing just needs more flavor, and they'll be kicking butt with those. But anyway, Killer Clowns really wasn't that good. I feel nostalgic and ready to see it because I remember that house and Scare Zone from 2018 and 2019 over in Hollywood. Like, the house moved so slowly that any sense of tempo or rhythm and scares was gone, because you could see the same person pop out like 5 times because they're not really doing a great job of getting people through there at a pace, at a rhythm where you can get properly scared. It's nice to see them though, that's for sure. Those costumes are excellent, and I will never knock on a scare actor who's giving it their all, and a lot of them were. I just wish that they were set up in a better way to succeed, you know? Now for one of the strange and kind of charming parts about this park, Universal Studios Hollywood. You have to go from the lower lot to the upper lot using all of these escalators. Kind of wild, huh? So it's that was one, now here's the second of these escalators. And there's still 2 more to go. Finally made it up here, and I think we might see our first Scare Zone or 2. The Terror Tram, which I'm very excited for because of like the Nope set and because I haven't seen it ever. And just in general, I'm so like ready for this. I'm just like, I don't even know, the words aren't coming out. We're over here by the spooky Hogwarts. I have no idea if this is where I'm assuming the Death Eaters are out and about somewhere around here. But I believe this is the way we need to go to get to Halloween and to Scarecrow, the Reaping, or whatever it's called this year. Alright, so just for the record, you have to go way past everything here, past Hogwarts to get to Scarecrow and Halloween. Alright, we are all the way back here. They do have that Chucky photo op here, which is pretty funny. But my goodness, how far back do we have to go for this guy? Alright, well thank goodness we have them close to each other once we finally got here. So Scarecrow the Reaping, 65-minute, and Halloween an 80-minute. Oh my goodness, this is, I can't believe this. There's so many people here now. Alright, here we go guys. It's time to see how Mikey is doing over on the West Coast. so I really enjoyed Halloween. Like, there were some really good scares and stuff. Sets were good. It was solid in terms of the set design and all of that. But the flow of it, the way that they got you through it, just was rough. There was a lot of spots where we came to a complete stop. I don't know, Jamie, like, it threw you off as well, right?
Yeah, because I think I was really getting into it and like getting scared, but there were moments where like we would stop or we would get stuck, and it just like it kind of ruined it, you know. It ruined the feeling of like tension and stuff.
And the suspense, yeah.
Yeah.
But the scare actors got you good a couple of times.
Yeah,
I saw that.
There was some good effort in there. It's just like I said, the way they put you through and the flow issues like take away from the house.
Yeah, and I just don't know the way that you address that. However, unfortunately, it does take away from that feeling of dread and suspense that you get going through the house. But getting some cool clips of her getting scared was a lot of fun. My goodness, I can't believe Scarecrow the Reaping is here. I remember loving this. When was that? 2018, 2019? However, oh my goodness, this facade, I'm so hyped to go back in here. This was definitely one of my favorites, one of the most memorable ones. And it's super cool that they have this here, while they also have Cursed Soil as a scare zone over in Orlando this year. Anyway, Express has been about a half hour or 35 minutes to get through because the wait time is 120 for the regular standby. So yeah, be prepared because, oh my gosh, the waits are long here, even on a Thursday. Goodness.
Okay, that redeemed what I just went through in Halloween. It was excellent.
Oh my goodness, it was so good. Never mind the little weird bird pooping part. It was just, it was so good. Like, there's some rooms in there you just have no idea where those scares are coming from. They got me and Jamie on a double scare, and it was just perfection. So good. My gosh, the only bad thing was there were like intestines hanging, and it got caught in the strap and then came up and like started knocking my glasses off. I didn't realize it until like I turned around and like I had to grab my hat, my glasses, take them off, get the intestines out of the strap and like quickly keep moving. But all the while that is happening, the scare actor is still trying to scare me. He came out like a second or third time because he didn't realize what was going on, and it just, oh my god, it was a lot. It was frantic. You know how like you don't like feeling rushed because sometimes, you know, you're trying to do your best, but yeah, that, talk about feeling rushed. So yeah, overall, excellent. The ending was very strong. There were a couple of sections where there were parts where they could come out from any angle and you knew it, where there's like the cloth and they're inside like these pens. It was so good. It was so good. Didn't run into any issues about like, you know, pacing and coming to a full stop. None of that stuff. So overall, that I rate so highly. It's so good. Also, we are walking uphill, and it's killing me. We're now finally on our way. Hopefully we can get onto the Terror Tram, although that wait time has really inflated. But I just wanted to show everybody the cones, the glowing cones that get us back to the park. So, oh boy, the studio tour is at 70 minutes here. The last tram leaves at 11:15, and this queue here is something else. Eek. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this, but I do know that it is very popular and something that I'm really supposed to check out because it's something unique to Hollywood.
Ready? Girls, it's your old pal Cool's the Clown. Come on, the party is about to begin.
What a royal welcome we got right there. Holy smokes. I have no idea where we're heading now, but I see some sign here. Annual Halloween party. The Bates Motel. Oh, really? You're letting her get away. So that looks like sets from War of the Worlds, but right now we're here going into Black Cat Alley. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What is going on up there? Whoa. Oh my goodness, the sound effects. Oh. Oh. Holy smokes. This is kind of intense over here. And not what I expected at all, but how awesome. Wow, they really built all this? Oh my gosh. Oh, more scare actors coming up.
That's entertainment.
Oh man, here we go. We're right in front of Jupiter's Claim here. There is where they would... Oh my gosh, there's the statue horse. That's wild here. This is so cool. Oh, they're doing the tethered thingy from us. That was awesome. And then I passed it, but just over here they do have that giant inflatable from the movie that they ended up taking out. Jean jacket. Oh. Oh, this is so good. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. So they kind of rush you through there, or I thought they did. They kind of push you along quickly. Not so much through, definitely through the note section, especially when we're walking through, all of them were stopped and like looking at the sky, and it was so cool the way that they sync the set with all the actions and the sounds and all of that stuff. Like the lights, the whole thing, it's just so immersive. But then, meanwhile, you have the people with the little light up batons just being like, you know, get out, go. So it was kind of annoying, kind of unfortunate that I couldn't like slow down to take in like some of the details and stuff like that. But otherwise, Terror Tram, really cool, really unique walking something that I have yet to experience. But hopefully I'll get to do the studio tour and kind of see what that's all about another time. So I think now that we've done 5 houses in the Terror Tram, we can finally explore the rest of the upper lot here and see a scare zone maybe? I don't know. It is pretty dang crowded up here. Yeah, interesting. I see one scare actor up there, I think. Oh, yeah, look. Mariachi scare actor. He heard you laughing at him. She looked awesome. Okay, so that area is amazing. That was really cool. And it's right, once you get out, you exit by Super Silly Funland. That's pretty great. Wow. And, does it like continue? Is this just a little break here? I would not recommend coming this way because they use like Minion Mayhem and stuff for a queue. And this appears to be the queue for, what, La Llorona, I think. So we're going to give it a little bit for some of the houses to cool off, and we're going to explore Sideshow Slaughterhouse here, which looks amazing. I wonder if we're going to see any sliders, or if that is predominantly a Knott's thing here. But I see tons of chainsaws. You froze. They're aggressive up here. Oh my goodness. No. Oh, that was awesome. Isn't there supposed to be like an even more massive crow somewhere around here? I feel like it's... Oh man, this looks awesome when you're coming up this way. I have no idea. This is wild. Oh. I don't know who this is, but this is amazing. The lighting is great. Like, wow. What a vibe, what a setting, what a mood. So there's like some sort of thing happening there with the animatronics, and then like this whole area is just transformed. They got margaritas over here, some decorations all around, a bar over there, and then I don't know what to call this whole little plaza area, but it is done up. Wow, I love it.
Freaks from all 4 corners of the globe. It's time to face your fears and come face to face with the bearded lady, the chicken geek, the fish girl, and the rat girl. And let's not forget the creepy sisters. Look at them, just staring at you, judging you. To them, you are all pathetic freaks for their entertainment. Well, it's time to give them a show to die for. Oh, and folks, the price of admission, your
really loving the spooky Hogwarts. That's the Hogwarts Express. That's pretty great. But where, like, effectively the Death Eaters have made this into a scare zone. If you can spot them. Oh, I spotted one. I have found one. All right. Oh, don't do this to me, Mr. Focus. Oh. You just survived. You barely survived. No, thankfully you were eating jalapeno chips. That's the only thing that kept them away. Oh my goodness, I didn't know they had spots for this. This is so cool. I did not know this could be this cool. What? So you come down under this little area and there's just all creepity beepity over here. It's okay. I mean, look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. So yeah, apparently you got to go down that little section that goes behind all of this area here. There are some more Death Eaters like in the main area of Hogsmeade, but that whole side tunnel area is like lit, and like photo ops for video looks so cool. Like, holy smokes, that was awesome. Anyway, so I have it on good authority now that we've asked around a bunch of people. That giant crow still walking character will be out again, and I want to go check that out. So, holy smokes, that crow or whatever they're calling that character is like almost twice the height of any of the other Stillwalkers that I've ever seen, and he just towers over everybody. Got Jamie real good. As soon as he came out, I could not get him to get me at all. I don't know why, but I basically ran around trying to chase him down like for 20 minutes or so without any luck. But these shots, just the way he looks is just spectacular. I can't believe it. All right, we're now in line finally for La Llorona, the 6th house of the night. And I've seen this at a consistent 100-minute wait the entire night. And also basically one of the most favorited ones at the event, along with Scarecrow the Reaping. So if that's the type of company it keeps, I'm so excited for this one.
Oh, La Llorona will find you.
That was brutal. It wasn't like aggressive. There were a couple of really aggressive ones, but like it was just intense and gross, and like I feel bad like hosting stuff like this. There was like really weird like dead horse things and those giant Lloronas that were like eating the kids, and the one that was a puppet that turned and started like, then the stilt walker, and then the one at the like, and then there was one that like came in full sprint at Jamie, and I was like, oh my god, it was awesome. Holy smokes. No wonder it's been at such a strong week. Also, like the horse area, I didn't expect that. That was kind of crazy. That whole thing was nuts, and that was awesome. That was so good. House number 7, and an original house, Universal Horror Hotel. I'm pretty stoked for this one. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've heard pretty good things. It's kind of like, you know, not average, maybe slightly above average. It's not gonna hit as hard as La Llorona, but I'm super excited for it. It definitely wasn't as strong as La Llorona, or obviously Scarecrow. But you know, that long hallway motif, even though it was repeated a bunch, it probably could have been a lot stronger if they had multiple doors they could have come out of. Then, yeah.
Oh my god.
They don't know that they're completely out of focus, though. Other than that, it was basically a play on that like turn of the century Columbia Expedition Chicago murder house of what's his name, Holmes or something like that. There's also another one over at She's over here making friends. There's also Dorney Park, a park close to me, there's a tourist trap type of hotel, and it's basically that similar type of vibe where you go in and you feel like you're checking into a hotel, but things have definitely gone wrong. But the only thing was, it wasn't. I'm trying to place my finger why it wasn't the strongest, but maybe this is a case of us getting not the best run just because of the timing. There was a lot of scares happening behind me, unfortunately. So usually, I don't know why, but Jamie over here usually gets the scares, and I get them in camera, and it's great. But it just didn't work out this time. Anyway, the final and last house of the night is Blumhouse. Hopefully we can get this one in before the event is done for the night. So here we are in line for Blumhouse, Freaky and Black Phone. I have no idea how similar or how different this is going to be from the Orlando experience, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. To me, this was kind of one of the weaker ones over at Orlando, although I do know a lot of people really liked it, but that's just my personal taste. I don't know. I'm still excited to check it out, though, regardless.
He moves through this town unseen, like a ghost. Don't do something like this. Waste away the butcher, waste away the butcher, waste away the butcher. School? You're not I can't wait to kill you.
Yeah, right now we're going very much against the current because we're trying to get to the lower lot to do some last-minute runs of Universal Monsters and The Weekend. However, let's go back to Blumhouse. So they really did Freaky really, really well. I was surprised that they did the scenes that they did, especially the one with the knife. So they did one with the knife where they're actually switching the bodies, and it was perfect. It was just like out of the movie. They're using one of those like see-through one-way scrims or whatever, and just getting it done. Explaining the movie, putting like the days of the week in between sections, and like they really conveyed it really, really well. Meanwhile, for some reason, Black Phone was the exact opposite, and I feel like the stronger version of this was over at Orlando. So like, if you could take half of each of them, you would make the ultimate Blumhouse house. Alright, so I want to do the outro right here. So, real quick, very strong event, feels very different in the lower lot versus the upper lot. The scare zones are wonderful to hang out in. That whole area with the other Los Muertes like stuff is awesome. The food here was pretty solid, but the only thing that stunk was walking all the way out to where Scarecrow and Halloween were. I want to say about half of the houses were really awesome, half of the houses could use a little more love, and the Terror Tramp was really cool, although the whole stuff with Harold Hollywood or the clown basically kind of didn't fit. I would have loved to have spent more time in Jupiter's Claim, but sadly we didn't get to do it. But I had a lot of fun. I had an absolute blast, a very strong event, and yeah, really glad I came out here to experience it, and I will come back next year. So, all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye. Oh yeah, and thank you, Jamie, for joining me. Appreciate it.